As always, guys, this is just for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about AppHarvest. AppHarvest had its earnings and of course the stock price. We know about the stock price. When I bought it at $4. We know that those who have been following it dropped to $3 this year. Some of us have used that opportunity to actually buy the dip, knowing what it is worth, if it can fulfill everything that it's promising, which in my opinion it can, but we're going to look at that. And of course, what happened also is that it had Q1 earnings call, and I think, that I would like to go over that and see the highlights and also dive into the deep details, the financials. Are we on track? What are we going to do? So I want to go into all of that. So guys, if you like my videos, please like, please subscribe, and now let's dive into the presentation of AppHarvest. So these are the financial 2021 results. I was looking forward to this. I kind of made my own prediction last year of where we would finish. And at the end of the video, or closer to the end, you're going to see how close I was. But what do we see? They managed to make 18.3 million in revenue, 19 point, or in yield, sorry, 9.1 in sales. So that's a pretty good number as expected. And they also gave an outlook for 2022. So they say the sales are going to possibly triple. So they're going to go for 20 to 32 million. So that's a great revenue. They absolutely need that. That will, of course, help by contributions from 3 new farms that are arriving H2 2022. So in this presentation, they reaffirm the date. So that's fantastic. And this is in line with what they got in 2021. The yields, I mean, despite that the farm network is larger and of course they have inflation. But I would like to go into the details of the earnings call because that's where we get all the details, all the juicy stuff, and the questions that get asked that they probably are not going to want to put onto their presentation. Some annoying questions as well, at least that's how it can look up to them. So we have Mr. Jonathan Webb himself presenting. He is saying by the end of this year, we can become financially self-sufficient, but we could also attract new investment, and that will allow us to continue to grow our high-tech farm network. So new investment, they're specifically talking about investment, they're not talking about a loan. So that means probably, I said it before, dilution. I said that already in my last video last year about AppHarvest, but I also think that a limited dilution, the dilution was approved, is okay. But it depends also a little bit of the stock price. At current stock price, it is hard to do that dilution. So what else are they saying? Well, beyond our 4 farms, we plan to develop additional facilities only after this securing the required capital. So that's again the same what Jonathan said. So they can actually become profitable. So they're not going. So there is no chance that they will go bankrupt. So that's a good thing. They are still very confident in the business. And my screen has frozen. Oh yeah, there it is. Back. Okay. So what else? Full year 2022, they expect to invest 140 to 150 million. They expect sales of 24 to 32 million. And the full year loss expectation in the range of 70 to 80 million. To be honest, I kind of expected even to be a little bit higher than this. So I think if they only have 70 million losses, that would be pretty good. I think then they would be better than analysts. I would think like inflation, that should be good for their business, right? So they do talk about inflationary pressures. So what could make it difficult for them? Inflation, well, energy. Their farms need energy to power, but also their farms probably need to be constructed. So constructing materials for new farms after the first four are going up. That's not so positive, of course. They also talk about root AI, so the robots are faster. So they're very, very happy with their investment they made last year. Keep in mind they were actually considering to sell that robot so that it could generate revenue. And let's go down a little bit. And then, yeah, this is the question I really wanted to hear. So it's asking about the finances, what's the cash flow, what are you thinking? So Lauren is answering here. So we got 150 million in cash, 59 million in availability on our Equilibrium facility. Then we have our capex expansion plans. They only plan to use 40 million cash on the balance sheet, and they have additional assets to credit facility as well. So that's something I also talked about in my last video, but they really have like a lot of abilities to tap into extra credit if need be, because of the farms that provide a certain collateral. So let's see, last year, this was one last year. So it was, I had to make a few, yeah, a few guesses, let's say. We had to make a few guesses because we didn't know exactly how much cash they would have by the end of the year. We didn't know exactly how much debt they had, how much assets. So what do we see? Since then, the market cap has gone up. So very, very positive for us investors. The cash is in fact a little bit smaller than I thought. The debt is a little bit higher. Might be that, yeah, the credit lines were not part of this debt on their balance sheet right now. So actually went into their balance sheet, and yeah, I put that we're expecting a revenue of 28 million a year. We'll see how much that's going to be exactly. And this is basically the amount of money that I expected they would need to get profitability by 2024, 2025. I'm not really going to change that. I still think it's probably around 210 million, especially like the losses they have now, 70, 80 million compared to cash versus debt. I think we're going to be close to that number. Maybe it's going to be a little bit lower. I always said they are going to need that dilution as a final string, so at least to plan to make more farms. So let's see if they're going to do that. And then by 2025, I'm not going to change. I was going to change this. I still stand behind that there will be a sales growth of 3,100. I still say that the share price can go up to $21 or 7.6 into, yeah, the really, really conservative part. It hit $6 already this year. It's a little bit lower now, but that shows that, yeah, that $21 is really, really a possibility in my bull case. And right now I'm leaning towards the bull case, to be honest. I do think we could see that $21 price share, but we have to see. We have to see. Alright guys, so that was it. If you like videos about AppHarvest and you want to know more about about news about the company, especially because I dive into the financials, I can let you know is it a good investment? Is it time to sell? Since my last video, I think the price went up 20%, so that does give me courage that this is the right investment for me. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and see you next time.